Hey guys, welcome to our review of Kishiryu Sentai RyuSoulger, episode 31. As always, I'm your host, Stratos. Here with me today we have
Cinder Blaze
and Makotoa.
Dudes, welcome back. We watched this episode yesterday so that you could chime in the comments down below and we'll react to them today. But first up, let's just go to our review. And I mean, I liked this episode. It was a good time.
I liked it a lot.
Yeah, and you know, this easily could have the villain of the week easily could have distracted from the plot because it did have such a I don't want to say kid-friendly effect, but a very tonally different effect on characters.
It should have conflicted because everybody was dancing around except for Ko, who had like that open wound in his back, which I was the whole time thinking, okay, why are you even standing? Let alone, you know, now that everybody's dancing, that means you're gonna like open your wound even further. But you know, in this show, it's just a flesh wound, right? It's just a scratch because he was doing all kinds of stuff. Even he did a freaking like he landed on his back and then just flipped himself up, right? Like we just throw that.
The mentality behind it was that the wound was a reminder of what he had to do, and like it sort of kept him going. Same with the pain; it kept him conscious.
That's true. I liked how intense he got.
It's a little contrived, sure, but we've seen this sort of devotion to the people he cares about, and I was more willing to like buy into it. And also it led to a pretty good suit, so
that's true.
Like
best suit this season for me, I think.
Heck yeah. I mean, I'm waiting for it to go on to an actual blue character for the whole thing to work.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm loving the suit. Now I think I sort of caught what they were saying about the Shine Raptor soul, but I think it was like they couldn't use it on him because they weren't meant to aid in the RyuSoulger conflict or whatever, but like
I guess it works against everything but RyuSoul powers because it wasn't meant to like correct, you know, fights between the dinosaurs themselves.
Okay, all right, that makes sense.
So Geysorg is probably some like the RyuSoul for some rogue dinosaur that we might, you know, be able to see a form for if they ever, you know, get Naga on their side, which I could totally see happening.
And but, go ahead.
Oh, but like to get them, you know, you have to put that dinosaur in more danger for it to actually wake up and break its seal.
I mean, I think, you know, that was just them like problem solving or whatever. Like, I guess it wasn't really the Kishiryu being put in danger. It's the thing that the Kishiryu cared about being put in danger. And I feel like, at least for the egg one, it sort of parallels how birds would just shove their kids off of the tree just to make sure that they fly. And I felt like it was playing in a little bit more to that, in a sense. At least, you know, the ending part, which I appreciated. And then, yeah, I like the strides that they're taking to reclaim Nada, and you know, the way the entire team is reacting is I don't want to say realistic because this doesn't happen, but it's very understandable. Some of them are against it, some of them are for it, but sometimes, you know, Green has begrudgingly joined up with Red's point of view here, I guess. Like he's seen that Nada's still there.
No, I feel like it's Black who was having the most conflict with it. Green was the one who's like the intermediary. He was the one who brought the information to us or to the whole group that Nada wasn't his full self, that the armor had taken him over. But yeah, Red did prove that the armor didn't take him over fully. So I guess
it was kind of like, you know, Green, as always, is the catalyst for that side of the team to be brought over. And I also like Green, I know he gets sidelined a little bit, but the stuff he does get to do in reference to Nada, I really like it just because Nada is the only sort of connection he could possibly have to his Master Green, and being able to possibly take in some of that information, even though he didn't get to interact with him as much or at all. I'm not sure.
Yeah. Because like his brother, like I feel like he's more into like that older generation. I feel like he knows a lot more. That's probably why he's like a lot more critical of Geizorg and Nada. He's kind of just like always on the offensive when it comes to that sort of stuff. And like even earlier in the series, when it came to the Minosaurs, he didn't have any mercy with that whatsoever. And he kind of like shelters like his brother. So like he probably doesn't like share with him like all the details regarding that. He might not know himself, who knows, but like there's still that barrier between like black and green, and I feel like when that kind of like shows up, green is a little bit more comfortable with red in his group because they're a bit more like they're all in like a more even playing field, so to speak. So like I really like that whole fighting, like it gave like green some relevancy in like a really good way. Like I'm glad they chose like the Green Master to be the one that was the predecessor for Geizorg. So they have something for him to do.
Yeah, and like the alternative would have been giving it to Black, and he already has so much like story going for him that I feel like it needed to be pushed off to someone else, and Green is doing it pretty well.
Yeah, like he's already carrying his weight. Don't need him to do any more.
Yeah. Let's see. Is there really anything else from this episode?
Got any highlights? I got a highlight. Watching
just the suit.
Oh, besides that, no, like the moment when everyone starts dancing and Black is like super straight face and he's like bobbing his head. He's like, "What are you talking about?" And then also when Gold was watching everybody laugh on the ground, he was very done with it.
Oh, don't worry. My ears hear 3 times better, so I won't be affected by the music.
Yeah, because he's already deaf, so he can't hear anymore.
He can only hear through water.
Yeah, they're definitely trolling us with that answer.
Yeah,
it's hilarious how useless Yui is right now, and I don't know if there's another any way that she could become relevant again unless they do another big push and add like a different layer to her character. Like right now she's just sort of there.
Yeah, I don't expect much else, honestly.
Yeah. In the grand scheme of things, I don't really think she's going to be too relevant, but definitely the finale, they can easily just like rope her into like one of the boss battles or one of the villain arcs.
Or just be the damsel in distress and call it a day.
Yeah, something like that. Like they can still like easily make her relevant in like the final episodes or something. So I'm not too worried about Yui's role in all this.
I mean, like I just feel bad because like this show cast an actress and they're like, well, we don't really need you, so I guess just show up.
Yeah, huh?
It sucks.
It doesn't do much outside the first couple of episodes.
Yeah. That really sucks. I feel for the actress. But yeah. Do you guys have anything else you wanted to say before we dive into comments?
Not really. I mean, I guess like for me, just like salt that this new form wasn't its separate ranger, just because Kanwo's sister was really setting it up for her for it to be her.
It would have been nice.
Oh my god, it would have been great.
She had like the outfit to match and everything, but nah, like the person who would clashes with the most got the power up.
And she seemed to be like one of the most confident people this episode.
Yeah.
Alright, so we'll go into the one and only comment from Double the Unknown, as usual. Solid episode. Ko taking off his shirt this episode reminded me of when Daigo took off his shirt in Kyoryuger right before getting Carnival. Parentheses, it wouldn't be the first time the show copied Kyoryuger. My only problem this week was the explanation that Ko was immune to the music because he was in pain. It looks like Geysorg's arc is coming to an end, which is fine considering the Nada arc has gone on for a bit now. I still wish we could have seen more of Geysorg, especially since he lacked any real presence before Nada showed up. And then he just put, as for 01, ... which I'm pretty sure was allusion to
perhaps
nothing.
he was going to add something else and then forgot.
I feel like it was just a joke that he was just going to keep going.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah, no, I mean, I agree with all of that. But what we didn't also get with him ripping his shirt off was the rest of the dudes of the team ripping their shirt off and walking into battle. Oh, wait, did they? Was it just... I remember there was a different... Either it was the carnival one or there was another one where they all just sort of walked off and fought without Ami.
I don't know.
Alex,
but,
do you remember?
You know what
Cool.
that comment reminded me of? Another moment in this episode when they're finding that like one ship dude, and then like Connell was just like Connell was just like wiping the floor with them, and he just like looks at him. He's like, ah!
He just screamed in his face.
I thought it was Connell. I wasn't paying attention at the moment, and I was like, "Wait, who's screaming? What? Why is he on screen? It didn't fit."
Yeah, I don't know. He didn't fit. He didn't fit in the episode. He just showed up.
Oh yeah, did he die again?
I don't think. Here's the thing. I feel like they didn't have the budget for another suit, so they couldn't do ground fights with Villain of the Week. So they had to do some big CGI thing with an area of effect, right? And then just sort of have him be the guy that gets beat up. Also, that really quick scene with the dude that got infected by snot.
Oh my god.
How he was like trying to play his trumpet and try to get better. And he went to this area and is like, no playing instruments, and it just broke him.
Nobody, like, did Weisel put that sign there or something? I don't even know.
Maybe the sign was Weisel. Who knows?
Oh, yeah. I wouldn't doubt it.
Yeah, it said, don't play music, also kill yourself.
You guys think we'll actually continue to get Geysorg as an armor that we'll see fight?
I would like to see...
Is it just going to be gone?
I would like to see, because like they made a toy for it, so if they axed it now, that would good idea. So I think
will it be
Nada might keep it and purify it, or Nada might keep it and just try to like push through and still try to use it and be maybe like an anti-hero or something.
It'll be like Zoo Orange and only use it like once or twice.
Once. No, yeah. Yeah. So that's it. We're done. Guys, thanks for watching. If you like this episode, hit that like button and subscribe if you want to hear more from us each week. Tell us in the comments down below what you thought about this episode, or do it on the watch along. I guess we won't respond to it. Do it next week. Do that. Or respond now. Whatever you feel like doing. Thanks for watching. Keep it juicy.
Yeah. See ya.
Later.
Alright, Jackbox time. We got
Oh man.
Gotta hop on Discord and get a hold of
Oh boy.
Is he home?
Calvin? Should be.